Okay, hey collective. Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot. Who is this reading for or about? It's about some illusions that were cast. It's in the horn honks outside. Very good. I'm sorry, guys. Some half light. That was illuminated. Maybe some Queen of Cups energy. It looked like she was crying for a second. Now not anymore. Let's ask more. Someone was trying to change something up here. I mean, people are always up to the same tricks, right? Pretty much. Now someone is going within about that. Whatever happened here. Maybe we should look at the moon a little bit closer. So, astrologically, the moon represents the soul, which is the link between the spirit, the sun, and earth, right? And the moon is feminine, but it symbolizes like what we feel and how we respond. Therefore, it's kind of symbolic or emblematic of all that is receptive in human nature, the subconscious, the emotions, the instincts, and the automatic functions of the body. Like the lunar self is the channel for the flow of the universal or the divine source, and as such, right? So when the moon comes in to a reading, it has great power. It affects everything and everyone on earth, okay? From the ocean's tides to the moods and reproductive cycles of humans, right? I'm going to do a whole 12-part series on the moon too. So I invite you to watch that once I finish putting it up. So the moon appears in a reading. It suggests that you should be paying more attention to your inner self, your lunar self. It advises you to illuminate your deepest nature. It diffuses in its diffusive light, we can often see things more clearly than in the glare of like the noonday sun. So the light of the sun enables us to see the world around us, but the moon allows us to illuminate what springs naturally from within ourselves. So someone is able to really see themselves right now. They're having some shadow work that they're working through right now, or that they're being faced with. I almost get the indication that they are going within, but we'll touch on that after we get this Queen of Cups energy clarified too, because I want to just make sure that we're not leaving out anything when we're going through the motions. But of course, the Queen of Cups represents someone who's kind. This person doesn't look mean. It looked like she was crying for a minute. But that was when I first like pulled a card, but I realized it wasn't, like I said. But the Queen of Cups can represent like anyone that's kind in your life, or if it's a man, a male, it may signify, you know, if you're a man, this may signify the person that you love, who's creative, perhaps an artist, or has some type of visionary tendencies or psychic ability that's highly developed and tends to be accurate. However, this person probably balances out their intuitive nature with mature judgment. So if this does not represent a person, then the situation described may concern a creative endeavor, relationship, or circumstances with a positive emotional tone. And I have to put this back because I honestly don't know if I got it in the right direction because of its spinning. And that's what I think has occurred here. There's something that threw this off balance because that was the Two of Pentacles. So there's something that may have taken things off balance for a minute. This is such a funny reading. So something may have taken this off balance in this instance. What is this? The Hermit? Oh my gosh. And there's someone with the Hermit though. It's like maybe this person might be getting guidance from ancestors or spirit guides and stuff like that. Because I feel like there is a time frame. Well, yes, because it started out with the moon, which I want to just kind of tap into the moon. Now, you have to work with the moon phases, right? That's what you're working in. And then we just finished up 2 new years. So there is only one more new year left in which we can use these moon phases to actually create what it is that we want to manifest. If not, that next new year's does not come until the end of the year. So through the spring and the summer and etc., you will be working the whole entire time until December, which is maybe when you'll get your first, if you've continued up with the cycles accordingly. I'm just letting you know that this may be for somebody who's a King of Pentacles energy. But yeah, so that's how this this works here. That's how this moon energy being the first one on the table in respect to this person that you love. Okay, so now let's go, or maybe this is you. Take it how it resonates. So now there's the Hermit card out here. So the interpretation of the Hermit is when that kind of comes up, it means that a guide figure. See, I told you, I said someone looks like they're guiding this person. A guide figure is at hand offering help. They must kind of make an effort to connect with this guide or consciously begin to search for the truth. A second interpretation is that maybe the person maybe has to withdraw for a period of time, like, you know, just real talk hermit mode, withdraw from the outer world for a period of time to search their soul for the meaning in life, like what, you know, and really maybe that's why some people are going to end up going into the next phase, like March 20th is the I see the Emperor and the Empress. That was the Empress that came out, and this is the Emperor. So in order to get this scenario here through, this person has to go within and really figure out if they're, I don't know, we'll find out, I guess, and really get the guidance that maybe they're not seeing yet. I don't know. Now, the inner work needs to be done now. Oh, okay. And that spirit can't speak to you if you're distracted by the noise of everyday life or like the things that you used to do in your life. If you're really trying to have a new life, you have to, you know, you can't be the Empress and the Emperor if you're not the Empress and the Emperor. You can't be stuck in King, Knight, Page, Pentacle, all of that energy. To really fully be in the new world, you have to live every day like you're in a new world, even though you are not. That is the hugest part of manifestation, if you think about it. Come on. This is where you really got to explore and see, like, okay, am I really the leadership material that I say I am? Am I really dedicated and committed or able to make the changes that I really want to make in order to move forward in life? Is this the opportunity where I should plan to, have teamwork and be competent in? Yeah. And maybe someone's been illuminated to that. Maybe, I don't know. This looks very positive though, right? Oh, and there's the Ace of Cups behind it. Okay. But the Four of Swords to me is just kind of saying, I don't know, maybe the individuals won't receive everything they need to until they actually go within together. Because this is the rest, but it's got 2 people, you know? I'm going to do that. I'm going to end the reading here. This won't be a very long one. So now I don't know, because we got to get into this Empress and Emperor, and then we have this Sun, the Two of of Wands and the Ace of Cups and the Four of Swords being on the bottom of the deck. All right, let's see. So the first one that popped out was this beautiful, 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 full of life Empress, right? Now, the Empress is a strong feminine energy that is at work. A mother figure represents a traditional female role. The Empress is a creative force that works for harmony, okay? This person brings disparate things together, reconciling differences like a mother running a household must do. So yeah, this person does kind of solve problems. This is a natural problem-solving energy. This is a card of emotional control and asking things to work congenially toward a common social goal. The Empress also refers to a person's emotional and physical resources for nurturing and healing, feeding and supporting other people. So this is someone who can give a lot to the planet, to the earth, to everyone in existence. And oftentimes this indicates there's a situation in this person's life where the love and nurturing are required, sometimes by the person themselves or sometimes by the others in their environment. This card is related to the caretaking process, and just overall how someone looks in that motherly, nurturing energy. Just kind of like your mother's energy, you know. That's what it's giving right now. I don't know. But anyway, this is a position where someone is nurturing themselves and others, or nurturing several others. This could be children, the sick. This could be a nurse, someone who's supportive of a spouse, or a friend in need. It could be referring to a pregnancy or to the desire for pregnancy. And it's appropriate for you to be nurturing now because you have the inner strength and ability to do so without harming or depleting yourself. So if there's an instance, well, I'm guessing that this is spirit calling this Empress and this Emperor both to the table is what it looks like here. They're both being called to the table by spirit, in the place of this love situation, and saying, okay, you need to extend forgiveness maybe to an Emperor. Hey, look, if you feel like this isn't your reading, this is not your reading, but that could be from the person that you're, anyway, I'm gonna keep it going. Now, this Emperor energy appears to look for issues related to authority. The Emperor kind of represents worldly power and wisdom. It's not just a figure who gives or commands to others, but is this person's achievements is to understand that peace and security require a willingness and ability to defend it, right? So you've got to defend your peace. You've got to stand up for what you say you want, right? You can't be an emperor and you not be standing on business, what you say you mean, right? It's also a teacher figure, so people look up to this person and they can kind of, change everything. They can become the authority figure once seated in the position, because this person teaches the meaning of power and how to use it in the world. Once you get into your full emperor, yes, let's see. Now I put the card down. I want to jump on the Empress now, but that once you have that capability, that's when you really, become your own person, and can act as a father figure or perhaps a husband or a boss. Whether this is positive or negative, it'll be indicated by the placement of the card and the layout. I'm going to say that this is potentially positive. Let's see, the Three of Pentacles is teamwork, planning, and competence, right? So now that we've moved out of this kind of area of understanding what needs to happen, where, why, how, according to what you want to take place. Are you comfortable with, next year being the year that everything comes to fruition? Or are you comfortable with things moving forward in your life this year? That's literally what this is saying. Because again, this next new year, the last new year of the year, is happening. And I know that sounds weird, but it's true. It's happening March 20th. That is New Year's Eve, I believe. I'll confirm because I know that's my birthday, so I know it's the vernal equinox, and the day and the night are exactly the same amount of time. So there's a lot that if you get into that phase prior to, like, if let's say for instance today is February 15th, if you get into that, and 15:01 on the clock, if you get into that phase energy now, by March 20th you will be already living so much in it, because you'll have like 45 days or something like that. Isn't that, I don't do math in public often, but somewhere around there, 40 days or so. So like give or take a month, depending on when you actually start to look at the moon phases and take into account like whether you should be releasing things. And that's why I'm doing my series, is because you really want to know when you should be releasing things, when you should be, you know, what part of the, which moon phase you should be doing what in. Because it will really help you. It connects us to our celestial body. So our highest, it connects us to our highest self, if you will. But let's get back to this Emperor. Now, this is an indication that this person is involved with an established order of some kind, or with someone who represents the establishment. Could be the Empress as well, or could be the combination of the two. This person may need to identify with a powerful group, whether religious, ideological group, intellectual group, economic group, a politic group, to be one of them, or you may be associating with someone else who has that kind of same need. You guys, 1:11 on my clock when my timer went off, because I didn't want this to be too long. Okay, so essentially, now, okay, hold on 1 second. Okay, now we're going to get into this Sun card, because we're done with the Emperor. Hopefully this is all making sense to you, and it's not, you know, beyond, you know, what you came for. Anyway, this Sun card, the Sun is kind of like an indication that your past work is now bearing fruit. So whatever you've done up to this point is now bearing fruit. And it's a concept that's symbolized by the child or children. Along with the moon, it implies the union between the unconscious realm and of creativity and the conscious realm of manifestation. Well, what do you know? So you have that. So this is this combination basically means that the unconscious realm of creativity and your conscious realm of manifestation have collided. So you are in the center of where birth is represented in, it could be either a biological child or a creative project, or the outcome of a happy one. It's a time when good things come into your life: success, optimism, achievement, health, general good fortune, and overall happiness. New beginnings. When this Sun turns up, it brightens all the other cards, of course, in this spread, no matter what. You know, anytime, no matter what you see prior to the Sun card appearing in your reading, you are excited as soon as that comes out. But anyway, it relates to also to energy, vitality, confidence, and success and good times. Can also signify a time of new beginnings, of things going well, of accomplishment, success, and contentment. You might be feeling more cheerful, more self-confident, and full of life and vitality, ready to go, you know, go on with new projects and make changes for the better. Whatever you're planning, you feel a great deal of enthusiasm for it, and you're just not, you're not worried about the outcome anymore. You're starting, you're not worried about the outcome anymore. You're starting to be, you may be doing more than one project, or comfortable now with doing more than one project and upgrading something in your life. Maybe moving to a better paying job or position, maybe a more satisfying job, remodeling your home, or moving to a sunnier climate, just to pay off for all the good you've done really in life. So this is awesome. This is really awesome. I mean, what would you do for a better reading? This definitely sounds like, you know, now this is the Two of Wands that popped out with that, and saying you are saying yes to entering A new enterprise with the expectation that you'll achieve ownership and wealth and good fortune. You've started something that and you're awaiting your results now. You may have to deal with some unforeseen problems or encounter unexpected obstacles and opposition, such as maybe a bank loan might not come through, or partner defecting, or loss of support that you were counting on. Sometimes this card can indicate a need to alter your outcome or your course. Okay. Now, maybe this one, however, is 2. So the 2 of Wands is an ambiguous card, and it shows that a second, perhaps unexpected factor is entering into the situation at hand, something for which your plans didn't allow for. Something unexpected. There's an element of surprise, maybe. Sometimes this card indicates a choice that must be made. Could be related to your work or creative endeavor. So it's time to really kind of make a decision, but I feel like it's a two-sided decision. So because there's 2 people on this. But anyway, we'll walk into this Ace of Cups energy and see what that yields for the collective as well. Now, the Ace of Cups typically is a new beginning. So maybe that's what this sun was illuminating, that this 2 of Wands has taken place, like that moment of changing your direction, your decision about what you wanted, who you wanted, where, when, why, and how. Okay. Now, the Ace of Cups is indicating a new beginning, a new love, or a new one-on-one relationship of any kind. Okay, previously unfelt emotions may come into play, perhaps a result of seeing a relationship in a new way. This can also herald a birth of a child, or the idea that it's a fertile time for emotional growth or creative growth, as this symbolizes the consummation of something that you've hoped for. Okay, so if there's something that you've been hoping for, this also kind of can show okay, so this person has a bowl in their hand, right? So it's an offering to the Aquarian. So usually it has water flowing out of it and emerging. But this somewhat suggests like a cup of love or the Holy Grail. It represents a gift of love or of personal or divine nature. So please take it how it resonates. And then the very last one that we're going to dig into before we close out this reading is the 4 of Swords. The 4 of Swords. All right. The 4 of Swords is a card of respite after sorrow and misfortune, like 3 of Swords. So it's like it's coming out of the dark, if you will, from heartache, and you know what you determine you learn from that and want for yourself. But it represents a card of rest and recuperation, of working on your problems quietly and with faith. You feel the need for introspection and solitude, a necessary period of aloneness and contemplation to understand what happened and why. In the upright, it means that you've been in pain, but now you're at the first stage of recovery, whether that be from emotional upheaval or physical illness. You're resting and taking the time out to think things through and plan your next moves more wisely. Because I got the energy prior to that someone had been really stupid. It's almost kind of like someone was in the energy getting ready to jump right into this Empress and Emperor energy, and like maybe one or both parties even did some, something kind of stupid, if you will. And I put up a post like, don't be, because they are sending, they're sending this to the counterparts, but not all at the same time, so it is what it is. But you're resting now and taking the time out to think things through and plan your next moves wisely. This is the calm after the storm, and you may want to retreat from other people and the world. During this time, you need to think, plan, and reevaluate what you have been doing before this crisis. So whatever you were doing before this whole little scenario had to change, whatever recently happened. I feel like this is within the last 30 days or 2 weeks or something like that. Now, during this time, think, plan, and reevaluate what you've been doing before this happened. It's time to get your inner house in order, and that's really going to relate to this whole moon thing. So I feel a little pressure right now for the collective to really throw out this magic by the moon phase energy. I might just have to dive into it starting, tonight or tomorrow or something like that. in order to start on the moon phase that we're on, so people can see what they're supposed to be doing right here and now. So thanks a lot, collective. You guys make my work harder, because this isn't, I mean, it is what I do, but I do it on a more personal level. But now I have to like mass produce this information. So it's a little different, because this is not a blueprint that people have, you know. And it's hard because, you know, when you have a blueprint like this, you don't necessarily want to show everybody everything that you know. Someone was saying like, oh, some people, all they do is love readings and this, that, and the other. And it's like, to me, essentially, you don't want to show everybody everything that you know either, because you want to have some things that you're going to be able to utilize for yourself. That was just the King of Cups. So you're going to want to have things that you can utilize yourself to be able to, I get an indication somebody wants to tell you that they love you, because the Queen of Cups is here on the table. So maybe there's a divine masculine who's telepathically wanting to offer that confession of love now, or maybe in the 3D. Yeah, because maybe they've been up in their head about it. Okay. So maybe expect some communications. Yeah, some people who are not, who are stopping themselves from feeling burdened. Like they're, I guess maybe it was like a, dang, I heard a karmic penitentiary. Meaning that they weren't getting any respite from dealing with karmics, because they kept allowing themselves to deal with karmics. So hopefully, like, you know, now that but again, this is over with, right? Because now there's this period of recovery, and I'll be sure to get out this moon information as quickly as possible to help you make sure that you're moving into your next cycle accordingly. But that is the reading, and I hope to catch you on the next one. Please like, because it does help me energetically tap into who you are, what you are, and what your needs are. If you're in my collective, and actually, so there's only one person liking, so it's really confusing to me, because it's like, who's watching this 15 to 30 times and only one person is liking? But anyway, like it, because it helps me pick up on your energy and give you messages that are more suited and tailored for your own personal use. All right, catch you on the next one. Later.